Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well, and in this video I'm talking about brutal comments that have been made on George Russell, as well as Cadillac being warned about the F1 development race. So let's start with Cadillac, and while I think they've had a really positive and respectful start to this season, I mean when their entry was announced to Formula 1 at the end of 2024, it was fully expected that when they entered Formula 1 this year, they would be at the back of the grid, and while they've turned up this year with a car that can finish races, and on top of that, they're not finishing last at every Grand Prix. Now, their main rivals at the moment are Aston Martin, who have taken criticism for their poor start to 2026, given the amount of resources they've got and the fact that they're a fully established team. And with Cadillac having brought upgrades to Miami and Aston Martin not doing so, Cadillac driver Sergio Perez believes that things are moving in the right direction for the American team, but he's also warned Cadillac that the team does not want to get left behind, as battles with Aston Martin provide motivation for the all-new Formula 1 outfit, with Perez saying, as quoted by Crash.net, "There's a bit of work to do there, but I'm confident we are heading in the right direction. I can see at times, as soon as the degradation starts to keep enough, we can be with the midfield, but they are just able to pick up the pace quite a lot. Still, it's a long season, but obviously we're in a massive hurry to find performance, because we know that Aston Martin is going to be improving, and we don't want to be left behind." Now make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss my Formula 1 content and are kept up to date with F1 news. I've just reached 50,000 subscribers and your support is incredible. It means so much to me. Thank you so much for it. Now going back to Cadillac, and I agree, they're going in the right direction. They've started off this season much stronger than I thought they would. And while they're a long way from scoring points in a standard F1 race, in my opinion, if it's a wet and dry, unpredictable race and Cadillac get the strategy right, I do believe that they could get points. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But let's move on to George Russell, and while he's not had the start he would have wanted to 2026, as we know, Mercedes have the best car this year, and with George Russell having been in the sport since 2019 and being very experienced, he was on pole position to be the title favourite this year, and he started off the season well, with him winning the season opener in Australia and then the following sprint race in China. But since the Chinese Grand Prix, his teammate Kimi Antonelli, who's only in his second year in Formula 1, has really found his form, and he's taken the last 3 pole positions and 3 wins in a row, and as a result Antonelli has taken the championship lead and is 20 points ahead of Russell at the moment. Now interestingly, in 2025 George Russell said he believed that he would be a 2-time F1 world champion had he raced for Mercedes before the ground effect era, and as we know, before then Mercedes were the dominant force in Formula 1, with them winning 8 constructors titles in a row. Back then Lewis Hamilton was with the team and he won 6 world championships with Mercedes, and Russell told The Athletic, as quoted by Crash.net, "There was once a time that if you finished ahead of Lewis Hamilton in the championship or in a race, you'd win the race, or if you'd finish ahead of the championship, you'd win the championship. If my time was 5 years prior, you could argue I'd have 2 championships in my name." Now Drive to Survive's Will Buxton has now discussed these past comments from Russell and felt it signalled a worrying level of entitlement from Russell, with Buxton saying on the Up to Speed podcast, as quoted by GP Fans, "I saw a quote out of him today in which he sort of said, if I got to Formula 1 5 years earlier, I'd probably have a couple of championships by now, and I fear a level of entitlement that he thinks this should naturally be his, or maybe Kimi's come in and has overtaken him in pure performance." And Buxton went on to add, "I don't like that level of entitlement of like, oh, if I'd been here 5 years earlier, I'd be a double world champion by now. Would you? Really? I don't think you would." Now I have to say, in my opinion, it doesn't look good for Russell, him saying that, and then in 2026 he's just lost 3 races in a row to his younger teammate who's only in his second year in Formula 1. However, given Russell has 6 more years of F1 experience compared to Antonelli, Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff thinks that Russell will not be impacted by seeing his teammate win the last 3 races, with Wolff saying, as quoted by Sky F1, "These things, he analyses them, looks at the data, comes to his conclusions, and the conclusion is that he's never been quite at ease on this track, and he never liked the smooth service. That's it, tick the box, he's looking forward to Montreal. I don't think there's any relevance from the side to think about what would be at the end of the year." But that's going to be the video from me. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care.